network that's installed within Weaver's Court is genuinely unique. We would like to say it's a world first, but we can't be certain. As far as we are aware, which is certainly a European first, it's 10 gigabit, which is quite difficult to imagine, but in typical terms that would be 500 times faster than the typical consumer.
Well, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is always somebody on this site. That is because we are busy. People are busy, they're trading internationally. There are different time zones they're dealing with. Also, people don't have enough hours during the day to work, so they have to work at night. We work Christmas Day, there's people here at Christmas Day. This is not unusual.
High-speed data communications is actually vital to our type of business. We not only collaborate with our own other offices in Birmingham and Dublin, but we collaborate with customers all over the world. So without high-speed data comms, you're nowhere. So it's absolutely critical. Actually, I discovered Weaver's Court by accident, and I was completely blown away by Weaver's Court. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know that there was a campus like this anywhere close to the centre of town. Probably one of the best decisions we ever made was moving into Weaver's Court.
We primarily work in audio. We would do post-production sound for film, television and radio. People that are flying in can get into the city centre in 10 minutes and be at the studio to get to work. Parking is a gift, everybody can get parked very easily. The client can come right up to our back door and come straight in, do their job and then leave. So the services and where we're located is ideal, very beneficial to what we do. Having fibre available to us just opens up, a whole new market, to our company, being able to connect with companies that are in the States. It just future-proofs as well any other future clients that want to come in and be a part of Weaver's Court.
We are probably one of the most hardest users of network, as you might expect from our technology, in the park, I imagine. We have connected to the station and we've been extremely happy with it. I think it was great foresight that Tom did this, and I imagine as people get used to the facilities can offer more, there'll be more take up within the campus itself.
My name's Emma Dixon. I work as a kettlebell fitness instructor and also as a wellness coach. We work at the Wellness Centre in Belfast. Basically, we came to Weaver's Court just over a year ago. It's ideal because it's close to the city centre, it's got the car parking. It's just a nice sort of courtyard atmosphere almost, and because it's got the grassy area out there, we're able to do our kettlebell classes outside in the summer, which is great.
We opened the mission in 2005, working from my partner's attic, and we had one client. We worked really hard, and over the years we've continued to pick up business. We grew out of his attic very quickly. We then discovered Weaver's Court. Just the architecture, from a creative point of view, it wasn't just the sterile environment. Weaver's Court is just a very central location, and it has a lot of character. So it does. It's not just one of these soulless places that's been through up to take advantage of the property boom. Clients coming in from the States, from mainland Europe, up from Dublin, and with our proximity here to the airport, it's really easy to get them here. With our proximity to the train station, the guys coming up from Dublin, it's just jump off a train and we're in here literally in minutes.
We see the hardware aspect of the IT environment becoming less and less relevant as the cloud solutions become more prevalent. So without high-speed connection to our client side to resolve server-based issues or PC-based, end-user PC-based issues, we can't perform our job. We find the fibre optic to be absolutely vital to our business to enable us to perform our duties and service our clients to the level that they expect.
We have invested heavily in high-definition equipment, so now we are actually MGTV HD, because that is the future. Most of the mainstream broadcasters, they're all starting to migrate to HD, and we basically have to be up there with them. When we first came to Weaver's Court to have a look at it, we were impressed. Whenever an opportunity came up that we potentially could move here, we investigated it quite heavily. We looked at the location. Obviously, it's very convenient for the motorways that are going to Dublin or Belfast, and I must say we can't say a bad word about the place.
Fair Share is a UK-based charity.
The location of Weavers Court is brilliant. We're volunteer based and many of our volunteers have not got transportation. It's only a matter of jumping off the bus and it's a 3-4 minute walk across the road. The area itself is a fantastic location for any business to situate. The accessibility, the road links, everything is perfect.
This is not a part of a general telecoms network. This is a private network for Weavers Court, which allows Weavers Court tenants to talk to the world via the general internet, via the transatlantic cables, Dublin and London connections, on a private network basis rather than the internet, which is becoming congested. That's very important, again, in the media sector where speed is of the essence and the content tends to be very data rich and data heavy.
We shred anything that is sensitive or confidential. It tends to be paper-based documents, but we now also shred electronic-based media such as tapes, CDs, USB sticks, anything that has a risk of data protection loss. We want it to be somewhere handy and somewhere convenient, and yet have room for offices and room for parking a fleet of trucks. And having fibre to the door in this park is just going to be a magnificent opportunity for anyone setting up their business here. I'm convinced of that.
As we develop tech companies, this sort of connectivity is not alone necessary, but fundamental. Be a long-term resident in the park because of the very forward-thinking availability of bandwidth to serve our customers worldwide from the city centre location here in Belfast. If this fibre optic facility wasn't here, well, we probably would have to move to where it was.
We bring together textiles and concrete to make hard surfaces soft. And we did look at an awful lot of places, but the minute we came to Weavers Court, we knew that that was it, and actually everything else was struck off the list. The reason is it's really local to Belfast. I mean, people can't believe that you're just so close to, you know, Great Victoria Street. So it's not only the landlord, the management, which are fantastic, but it's also the other people here. It's just a really good feeling about it.
We've been now at Weavers Court. We're quite new to Weavers Court, but the reason we specifically chose it was because we're opening a new avenue to the business, and it will be a Pro Paramedics training unit. This is our Iveco ambulance. She's unique in Northern Ireland. There's no other vehicle of its type in Northern Ireland. Pro Paramedics specifically invested in this vehicle to transport neonatal babies from the Belfast Royal Victoria Hospital for Sick Children, and we transfer those children and ICU patients to Dublin and vice versa. Weavers Court facilities, i.e. their parking, their buildings, the coffee shop, just lends itself completely to that side of the business.
Moving to the fibre optic has really been imperative for our business to be able to continue and make sure that we're more efficient and more effective at what we do. We do a lot of file sharing with overseas, America and Canada and Europe, and in order for us to send those video files and information over, being part of the fibre optic network has just been imperative for us. We also want to focus on bringing a creative and media business hub to Belfast itself, and having the fibre optic connection has really given us a stand-in within society to be able to do that, and hopefully we'll be able to pitch to lots of different people to come and join us and really make this the place to be for Belfast and Northern Ireland.